Good morning, dear students. Price determination in perfect competition market. Meaning of the market. As we are human beings, we have some wants. These wants are fulfilled with the goods and services. These goods and services are consumed by us and satisfy our wants is called consumption. Who consume the goods and services are called consumers. These goods and services have to produce before consumption. The utility creation is called production. Who produce the goods and services are called producers. The contest or the contest which is consumers and producers are met is called exchange. Markets are helpful to exchange of the goods and services. Market. Any contest of sales and purchases of goods and services directly or indirectly is called market. Classification of markets. On the competition based markets are classified into two types: perfect competition market and imperfect competition market. Perfect competition market. There are large number of sellers and buyers who sells homogeneous goods at the same price throughout the market is called perfect competition market. Perfect competition market is a market where there are large number of sellers and buyers who sells the homogeneous products at the same price throughout the market. For example, paddy market, wheat market, etc. Perfect competition market, its features are conditions. Large number of sellers and buyers are there in the perfect competition market. In the perfect competition market, producers or farms produce the homogeneous product. In this, throughout the market, goods have same price. In this market, farms have free entry or exit. In this market, buyers and sellers have perfect knowledge about the commodities. In this perfect competition market, factors have free mobility. There is no transport costs in the perfect competition market. The transport costs or transport charges should be bear by the producers or sellers. These are not transferred to the consumers or buyers within the price. No selling costs. There is no need to selling costs in the perfect competition market. In this perfect competition market, homogeneous product is selling. Revenue curves are parallel to x-axis. Price determination in perfect competition market. In a perfect competition market, price is determined by demand of a commodity and supply of the commodity. Demand is determined by buyers, supply is determined by sellers. There is a inverse relationship or negative relationship between price and demand. That means if price of the commodity increases, the demand of the commodity will decrease. And positive relationship between price and supply of the good. If price of a good increases, the supply of the good will increase. Where the demand of the commodity and supply of the commodity are equal, they it is the price is determined as these are equal. So, an equilibrium price is formed when demand and supply are equal. Here we observe this table. Price increases, the demand will decrease. If price increases, the supply will also increase. Here, at the price 30 rupees, demand of the commodity 300 kgs and supply of the commodity also is 300 rupees. So, yet the price, demand and supply are equal, it is called equilibrium price. So, in this, as for this table, 30 rupees is equilibrium price. We can now we see the price determination in a diagram. In this diagram, demand and supply of a good is measured on x-axis. Price is measured on y-axis. DD curve is demand curve. SS curve is supply curve. These curves are intersect at point E. In this point E, demand and supply of a good is OM and price is determined as OP. OP is a equilibrium price where the demand of the commodity and supply of the commodity are equal. If price is artificially increased or determined as OP1, what happened? At the price OP1, supply increases from OM to OM2 and demand decreases from OM to OM1. So, here there is more supply than the demand. So, price is decreased or declined from OP1 to OP. If price is artificially determined as OP2, what happened? Now, at the price OP2, demand is OM2, supply is OM1. Here, demand is more than the supply, so price is increased from OP2 to OP. So, in this perfect competition market where the demand and supply are equal, the price is determined as equilibrium price that should be followed by producers or sellers and buyers in the market. Next, changes in demand. When supply is constant, the changes happen in demand. When the supply is constant, demand increases, the price also increases. If demand decreases, the price will also decrease. At the beginning, DD demand curve and SS supply curve are intersect at point E. The equilibrium price is OM. If the demand increases from OM to OM1, the new demand curve is formed right side as D1 D1. The, the supply curve SS and demand curve D1 D1 are intersect at E1. The price is determined as OP1. So demand increases, the price is also increases. If demand decreases from OM to OM2, the new demand curve is formed left side as D2 D2. The SS supply curve and new demand curve D2 D2 are intersect at E2. The demand price decreases from OP to OP2. So when demand decreases, price is also decreases. Changes in supply. When demand is constant, when the changes in supply, what happened? Supply increases, the price will decrease. If supply decreases, the price will increase. At the beginning, DD demand curve and SS supply curve are intersect at point E. OP is equilibrium price. If supply increases from OM to OM1, the new supply curve is formed right side as S1 S1. The demand curve DD and new supply curve S1 S1 intersect at point E1. The price decreases from OP to OP1. If supply decreases from OM to OM2, the new supply curve is formed left side as S2 S2. The demand curve DD and S2 S2 new supply curve are intersect at point E2. The equilibrium price is formed as OP2, or it is increased from OP to OP2. So When demand is constant, supply increases, price will decrease. If supply decreases, price will increase. This is the price determination in perfect competition market. Thank you. Wish you all the best.